Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Late Winner Show. Before we move forward, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our videos and follow us on our social media handles. And you can find the link in the description below. Welcome, Anshuman and Rishabh. Good to have you guys back. Let's right before the Premier League started, we had a discussion about the top four and a lot of exciting stuff which we covered throughout the weekend. But let's start talking about the big matches which we had for both of our clubs, which is Chelsea and United. So let me start with Anshuman. I mean, we just wrapped up the game against Arsenal, and it was a brilliant victory to say the least. I think Chelsea was solid. They had the intent to attack. They didn't falter too much in the match throughout. Uh, Obviously, the curse number 9 is probably not sure if it's still lifted or not, but Lukaku definitely scored for us, and all people keep saying that if Werner was in the position, definitely
keep
it
the
would have
count.
been.
Keep the count, Rishabh. Start counting.
Yeah.
You told me this when he joined United also, and I kept the count, and I still have the count. So yeah, move forward. Let's move forward.
So I mean, yeah, let's talk about the match itself. What were your thoughts? Do you think Lukaku is the solution for Chelsea now, given the performance he showed in this first match against Arsenal?
I mean, my short answer would be he is a solution to our attacking side. All right. But
Okay.
another issue that I still have with the team is that they lack a young, promising defender because I know that we have an aging defense, right? We have an aging fullbacks as well, and and let's just say that right now at for one point of time we get some injuries and we have to change our formations, right? And that point of time, I'm 100% sure that Alonso and Reece James won't be contributing to the particular team that much as they are contributing to this formation. And that is where the adaptability and the flexibility comes in, which I believe that if they cure out that defense line and because don't get me wrong, we have good players. We have Christensen who is not old. We also like Rudiger is still in his prime. Of course, we have Thiago Silva and 𝗕𝗲𝗓𝗏 has been developing well under Tuchel. But still, I believe that just because I see Tuchel going in that mentality that we are going to outscore our opponents, right? But I still believe that our entire solution has not been solved. Our entire problem has not been solved, and I think to be perfect at every area of a pitch, I think we are missing that one defender.
Okay. But what about Arsenal? I mean, Arteta's problems keep on continuing. I mean, Ben White tested positive for COVID. Definitely didn't help them in defense. But I mean, looking at Arsenal's performance, they were all over the place. I mean,
Yeah.
they didn't round up anything. They were just leaking passes. Every pass would not even result in going for an attack. They would just give away the position. I guess maybe Chelsea's pressing game actually created that game as well. But Rishabh, what do you think? What does Arteta need to do now? I mean, what can he do to change the situation over here?
I don't really see anything that he can do. I think there's a lot of players that are lacking that, it's that thing, right? Like in football or in any sport, like you want to have that winning momentum. You want to see that winning feeling in the team. I think when Arteta joined back in 2019, I guess, uh, he brought that sense of winning things, right? I think he went to the Europa League final, but he lost. I think he went to the FA Cup final, but he won. We all saw that, we all thought that maybe this is the start where, where everything just goes right for him. But nothing went right for him, and like the season started poorly last season as well. He kept losing, and it's the same way. I still think that they don't have the team yet. I mean, now Lacazette and Aubameyang could have beaten Brentford. Now you feel like, yeah, if Ben White was there, maybe Lukaku wouldn't have scored that. You never know. It's all those if question. I'm not going to take anything away from Chelsea, anything away from Lukaku. I think he was brilliant. He was he was brought in for a reason, and you could clearly see that when Chelsea moved forward, he was at the heart of the attack. Like the way he was, blocking.
And I
the
think
center,
I
the way he
think
was-
what we really needed was that holding player who can hold up the
Exactly.
ball so that the attackers or our wingers as well as our center attacking midfields, they get a chance to come
Yeah.
forward and build up an attacking web around the defense. And I think that is what Lukaku was doing
Yeah.
for the entirety of the game. And I think he would have gotten 2 goals to his name if Reece James would have passed that to him rather than putting it back to Mason Mount. But yeah, I completely agree that it was a perfect performance, and a lot of was contributed from Arsenal's perspective, because I think, just as you said, that they. But what I don't agree is that it does not matter if they have a winning mentality with them or not. I for some reason I think that their team has, in the quality level, their team has deteriorated from a good team to an average team as a whole team. Yes, there are players like we saw even today that Pepe had those flashes of brilliance in him, and then Smith Rowe, he was like playing as a box to box suddenly, and like around 84 the 85, you could see that it was wearing him down. But otherwise, he was phenomenal for me, whatever he was contributing to the team. But then again, overall, you see, Martinelli was pushed into the front today as an false nine, but it was not working. Aubameyang came in, but that was pretty too late. They lost the game even before the second half started. So I think it does, for me. I don't think it wouldn't matter if they have a winning mentality, because for me, I think they have an average squad, and this is just an average squad which should lie around mid tables, not even like fight for Europa League as well.
So as usual, you can see Anshuman, dropped in and stole all my points. What I was supposed to say about Arsenal. Because he doesn't like the idea that if the game is about Chelsea, I have to speak on it. Like nobody else should speak on it. But yeah, like whatever he said, I think is completely agree with that. They have an average squad, even though you see like in the transfer market they spend over 130 million pounds on players. It doesn't still look like. But yeah, the players that he's brought in for the future. You won't see the impact right now. But again, he's been
But
there
does
with
he
the club
stay?
for
Does he stay in the future?
exactly. He's been with the club for more than about 2 years now. It's going to be 2 years and 6 months or 4 months. I think he needs to start delivering performances. And the way Chelsea started the game, I really felt for him that this would be the last game, because I could see easily 6-7 goals past Arsenal today.
Yep.
It did happen,
He texted
but
me
if
that.
it would have happened tomorrow, you could have seen maybe Arteta was out. I'm still going for the fact that maybe that's a tough start for the season. With they could have easily beaten Brentford, because I'm not going to say that they were poor. It's just that they were lacking quality in upfront at least. So and obviously Chelsea, and now next up is Manchester City on Saturday next week. I don't really see anything but a defeat for them as well. It's worrying. It's worrying, but Arteta definitely. I don't think Arteta can do anything at this point of time. Like
And I think I mentioned this before as well. I think the lack of experience in the back line, I think that is going to cost them the entire season. And I have been vocal about this. I know people don't rate David Luiz as a brilliant defender, but at least what he brought in was experience to the team. And I think when they signed Ben White in, what would have actually helped him more to develop quickly or faster in an Arsenal shirt was uh, probably somebody like Mertesacker or Koscielny's, when they had those kind of experience. But now I think you can see Pablo Mari, he was also like double-minded. He could have easily got a second yellow card as well. I think that is what is going to cost them. He has, I don't know how a goalkeeper as of Ramsdale would boost their confidence in the back line, because he is also young and he is also not that influential to the back line. So I don't see how the problem is going to be solved for this season.
Yeah. So yeah, let's move on to the next team, who also didn't have a great outing either. Arsenal, we talk about United, who actually made a spectacular start in the first game week. They scored 5. They had a brilliant start. I think the team they fielded was actually the perfect team, which I would like to see them play week in and week out, obviously, with a couple of more inclusions in the team itself.
Rashford in.
But yeah, with Rashford and Sancho coming in, I think that and Varane obviously coming in at the back line, definitely the team could bolster the attack and the defense at the same time. But this week, I don't know what Ole's thinking was. I guess I think maybe he's just trying things out, seeing how players fit into the squad right now. So, or how the performances are. Maybe that was the reason for his changes, because McTominay, Dan James both didn't start, and now you see Matic and Martial coming into the squad, and Greenwood dropping back. So you see
McTominay, I think he had a slight knock just before the match. I think.
Okay.
That's what I heard and read in the reports.
Okay. So, but Rishabh, I mean, what were your thoughts? I mean, Ole definitely was not. I think that the United performance was not as tight as it was against Leeds. They were leaking passes. They were leaking in defense as well. So they were not as concise as they would have liked against a team against whom they had a brilliant outing the last time they met.
See, it depends. It all depends on, and I cannot question. I'm not going to question Oli at this time. I still think that the team that played last weekend against Leeds, again, Leeds is a totally different opponent, because if they play such an expansive football, you don't really. I mean, and the results that we've had in the last season with them, so it's not a surprise that we scored 5 past them. It's just Old Trafford, first game of the season, everyone's pumped up, and things were supposed to, like, it was a perfect opponent for us to start the game. I never said that United are going to be title challengers just after this. Like, yeah, there was a lot of hype about it, that can United be the title challengers. I'm not going to speak about that. I still feel like we still 2 or 3 signings away from actually winning the title. Challenging, yes, I've already said that clearly, that we should be title challengers at least this season. Coming to the game, I feel Martial had the opportunity to stamp up the authority, saying that I'm the number 9, I'm going to be contributing to the team. He was poor, and I've been crying out for him to leave the club. I thought that after Lukaku coming in, there was rumors coming in that Inter Milan would be coming into snatch him from United. I really felt, yeah, man, please go, just go, because I don't really like him. I think he doesn't. We have a lot of wingers, and he is not a number 9. You can clearly see he's not a number 9. He cannot really finish. He's a winger.
Yeah, Greenwood was playing wide, and I saw him in the box more than Martial.
Don't really know why Greenwood was pushed back into the wing side when he did such a splendid job in the previous match. Really don't understand. And if Oli is coming out and clearly saying that, yes, I see him as a striker for the future, then why are you not developing? Why? If Cavani is out, you know that there's a competition between Greenwood and Cavani. So why are you not playing? Like, this is his chance to shine. Give him the opportunity so that he can improve his more game. I've already clearly said that the finishing that Greenwood has is exceptional. But he needs to play. He needs to play in that role from time to time. It cannot be like, oh, one game you start, you do well, but I'm not now going to push you into the wing side. If you did so well, why did you change the team? Really don't understand. Okay, talking about Sancho and Varane definitely felt like, yeah, he joined last week, so maybe there's still some training issues, and he's slowly trying to integrate into the team. He doesn't want to just do it in one of the game weeks when he's okay, yeah, like he's here, like let's just start him. For Sancho, I think I was pretty pissed that he did not start, but I read some reports that he was not fully fit, so that's why he did not start. But I think he is ready to start next week, so let's see what he brings.
Yeah, I think he got him. I think he got Sancho in 59 minutes.
One more point, but I really feel that Greenwood should be up top until Cavani is back. Sancho should be left, and Dan James should be right. At this moment of time, I don't see any changes that should be happening. It is not like you are in the midst of 7 fixtures in 14 days or anything like that. You've just started the season. Players are coming back fresh. I really don't see the point, jumbling up the team for no reason at all. Play the team until you have the fixture congestion. Yes, the Premier League, yes, the Champions League is going to start in the next 3-4 weeks, and our fixtures are also going to change. The fixture difficulty is going to change. We have, I think, Chelsea, City, Liverpool all in the next all after October. So we need to really protect the players at that time when we feel like, when the draws come out and all that stuff, then fixture congestion comes into it, then think about all these things. At this moment of time, when there's only one match to play in every week, no sense at all to shift the team.
Yeah, but I think you missed out Rashford in the lineup, because when he comes in, I don't see Dan James getting the.
No, I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about 2 months down the line. He's still injured. He's having a shoulder operation. Let him do it. When we hear the news, then we'll talk about what the lineup should be. At this moment in time, I feel like Sancho should be on the left, Greenwood up top, and Dan James on the right. That's what I feel. Again,
but is Sancho a natural left winger as well? Because I have seen him
he can
right
play
wing.
left. He can play left. He can play right. He can play through the center.
Okay.
So that's his quality.
So yeah, I guess that pretty much covers the Saints and Red Devils match. But before we move forward, I'd like to ask everyone to subscribe to the Late Winner Show. Please like, share, and subscribe to our videos. And do remember to follow us on the social media handles, for which you can find the links in the description below. So moving forward, let's talk about the transfer market and the transfer rumors which we have circulating at this stage. Obviously, the big one which our team has not covered yet is about Harry Kane. We haven't really talked about too much about Harry Kane's situation. And after today's match, he was on the bench and he came off as a substitute in the closing stages of the match. So definitely, I think these are some indications stating that maybe Kane is not moving anywhere. But do you see City making an offer anytime soon, which would be close to the 160 asking price by Daniel Levy? Whoever wants to add, I mean, both of you, I'd like to get views from both of you guys on this one.
Well, I have a very short answer that I cannot rule out anything until August 31st. Simple as that, because I still don't understand what the situation is with Spurs and Kane. How happy is? I know he's not happy. That's for sure. But maybe the performances of Spurs, or maybe Nuno made some promises to him which might have allowed Kane to just put those transfer stories and Man City back. But also, I think he's in a sticky situation because he is aging up. It is the perfect time for him to switch and go to City, where probably in the next 2 years he has a guaranteed trophy to his name, and which still is not a guarantee with Spurs. They won the 2 out of their 2 games yet still, but they could have easily drawn the game with Wolves. I mean, Wolves were relentless, and just the lack of the third end finishing that let them down. But otherwise, I think this could have easily been a draw for me, according to me. So I think, I don't still understand if City bids 150 million. I mean, in my opinion, they should take it and let Kane leave. But again, if they are going to prove people wrong or might be going for the title challenge, Nuno might have convinced Kane. So I don't know about the situation. Maybe Rishabh might have some other ideas about it.
No, I mean, I don't see them going for a title challenge for sure. Like whatever has happened, 6 points from 6. But
I mean, I was a bit overambitious with that statement.
It's inevitable that they drop points someday, and then the downfall starts. They don't really. I mean, again, they can go. They can definitely. They have the squad. I'm not going to say that they don't have the squad. They're good attacking wise, and you see Tanguy. What's his name? Not Tanguy. Joseph Tanganga. That's what.
Tanganga.
So he's definitely stepped up. he stepped up into the role of having a good defense. But Nuno, it's up to Nuno as well. Like Nuno sets up that team kind of that way. Like it is defensively solid in that way. And also, but it's not like the Mourinho-esque team where you see only defensive
Park
and
the bus.
only counter-attacking. Yeah, it's not going to be that. It's going to be both ways, where you have defenders who are going to be defending and attackers who are going to be in the attacking phases. So, and again, I agree with Anshuman. Like it could have easily been a draw, but like I also mentioned in the Leicester versus Wolves review last weekend that it could have easily been Wolves' game to win. They lost it because they did not finish the chances that they were given in the final third. But talking about Kane, I think I really don't know. Again, I really don't know if Levy is going to allow him to leave. He has a contract for 3 years. He is on the contract. He cannot just let him leave until he gets asking price. And Levy is a proper businessman. He knows how to conduct the business. And I've already heard rumors again saying that Daniel Levy has already started rejecting the phone calls from Manchester City, which automatically tells you that, hey, I'm asking you for 160 million. Give me the 160 million. Don't try to bargain with me, because I think Kane is valued at 160 and he is going to be sold at 160. The other issue that I see now is that only 9 days or maybe 8 days when we release this podcast, 8 days to go until the end of the transfer window. Now, does Levy have the Tottenham or Levy have the amount of time that they need to replace him? I surely don't see Tottenham selling him 2 or 3 days before the transfer window is closing, just because now you will have to overpay, just because now every club in the world knows you have 160 million in the bank. Even if that person from Fiorentina, I think, his name is 𝗕𝗲𝗪𝗏, who's been linked to Tottenham. So even if now he's being valued at 65 to 70 million, they will easily ask him for 100 million, because now Tottenham have the money. So that's all the complications that Levy will have to go through. I think now that he has started the game, I think he starts the next game. He doesn't start from the bench, and that probably puts everything to bed that Tottenham are not selling Harry Kane.
For this year at least.
Yeah, Daddy Sheikh would have to go somewhere else and find out from another striker. That's probably what I would say.
No, I think what I have been reading is that I think he is converting Zinchenko into a attacking midfield, box to box, roaming playmaker, right forward striker. I think that is what Guardiola wants with Zinchenko, and I think he's going to make him that.
So no, I'm hearing rumors now. Again, let's not move to City, but I'm hearing rumors he wants to sign a left back also now. He's pissed off with Mendy and about
exactly.
This. So yeah.
So I mean, nine.
He does not like a traditional number 9. That is guaranteed. He does not like it. For some reason, he hates it. That ideology he does not feel. He wants to. He is making left backs into strikers, but he does not want to. But no. We have our second striker in Gabriel Jesus, and he's going to perform, even though he's just going to score 3 goals. But yes, we have a number 9 in Gabriel Jesus. Yeah.
So yeah, let's see what the situation actually rises, because I think we're into a very interesting transfer window period now. I mean, we're closing to the business end of the period, so I think we could see some really exciting discussions happening over there. Let's wait and find out. But moving on to his what if counterpart. Let's talk about Lewandowski now. So I mean, he says that he wants to leave Bayern Munich now. He is looking for a new challenge, and Bayern Munich now says that they have set an asking price for 100 million. So that's okay. That's I think that seems a lot for a 33-year-old right now. But his I think his contract also runs out next year. So what do you think? Who could be the possible transfer? Possible clubs where he could actually end up at? I mean, obviously Pep could bring him in if Kane doesn't pan out to be one, because a couple of years of service for Lewandowski for City could definitely be an exciting thing for the Premier League fans as well as a new challenge for Lewandowski, who's actually looking for one, because the situation as of now for Bayern Munich is that they are already inquiring about Erling Haaland now, and it could be a possibility that next year Haaland actually, rather than going to Barcelona, would end up playing for Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich has a tendency for snatching players from Dortmund from time and time again. Obviously, the person who wants to leave is no stranger to that situation. He actually was brought in from Dortmund. So, what do you guys think? Where would you like to see? Let's have this hypothetical situation right now. But where would you like to see Lewandowski express his attacking capabilities now? Do you see him playing in the Italian league? Do you see him playing in the Spanish or in the Premier League? Where do you like to see him? Hopefully you don't think he'll end up at PSG now. So
according to one story that I have been reading, is that if Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, right? If Mbappe goes to Real Madrid and Pogba comes to PSG, Lewandowski goes to United. So that is one story that has been forming since this morning. Yeah, actually it is.
There is no way that Lewandowski signs for United. I have heard rumors about Mbappe coming to United next year, but the rumors have already started that the Mbappe might sign for United next year.
Sure.
And Lewandowski, I don't think it comes to. I really don't think the Ole strategy is not to bring old aged players, and that's why Ronaldo rumors are also not coming in for United. It's coming for City.
His strategy is buying young players and keeping him on bench.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the other thing. I really don't see anything for Lewandowski. I think he's at least 3 or 4 years late to say all these statements. I think he should have moved 3 or 4 years ago and made the statement. Probably clubs that would have come in, and what Levy is asking, probably that would be his asking price, Bayern's asking price. But at this moment of time, there is no way that he leaves. In 8 days, he's not leaving, for sure. I know what Lewandowski is trying to do. He's trying to make one big money transfer move somewhere before he turns 35, and his contract runs out in the next 2 years. I think that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make a big money move, one last big money move. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think, he's too late even in the transfer window. Like, to say that 15 days before the transfer window closes, I don't really think it's silly. It's silly. Like, people have done their businesses. People are looking for strikers all around the globe, all around Europe. They're looking for strikers, but it's 15 days to go in the transfer window. There's no way that any club can generate 100 million euros in this pandemic hit football era that we've seen in the last 1 or 2 years. They cannot generate 100 million euros for a. They can. It's good that the valuation is 100 million for Lewandowski, but for a 33-year-old, you won't pay 100 million euros. It's not like.
Yeah, I mean, it is a tricky situation for clubs, I think, because 94 million transfer fee is actually too much for his age, but not too much for his quality, right?
Yeah.
I mean, his quality actually demands this kind of value. And also, I think what other reports that I have been reading this morning and even yesterday was that, according to journalist 𝗕𝗲𝗪, I think what he mentioned was Liverpool were offered Lewandowski, and United and City both were offered Lewandowski. And I think Liverpool were pretty much more at a promising stage currently. If there is any chance of Lewandowski leaving, I think Liverpool. But I don't see how Liverpool can manage, because for some reason they don't have any money. Their financial structure, I don't
think anybody has money to splash 100 million euros right now, because that this player will not have a resale value. That.
Yeah.
So exactly. Why would you? Yeah. The only club that you can see is either PSG, because you have surplus of cash. La Liga definitely cannot go. Nobody has that cash, and Barcelona and Madrid are not going to spend that much money on him. Madrid clearly is waiting for Mbappe to sign. The only club
if any reason Barcelona rumors even also come, I think that journalists needs to be fired from the company.
Yeah. No.
Because they are in minus 644 death right now. Probably we have more value than Barcelona.
Yeah. No, there's no way that he leaves for sure. I think this is just again probably a PR thing for him to get a new contract at the club, or because he's already started hearing rumors about Erling Haaland, and maybe he's just trying to protect his his position in
I
buying
don't
players.
think he has to. I don't think he has to protect his position. I think he is one of the world's greatest strikers. He's going to remain that way no matter where he goes.
Yeah.
So if we see a change of Lewandowski, I think it's going to be the most brilliant transfer window till date for me, where we saw Messi leave and go to Barcelona, Lukaku coming back to uh, Chelsea, Varane, Ramos leaving Real Madrid, Varane coming to United. I mean, it has been a brilliant transfer window till date. But if Lewandowski also moves, I think it's going to be an historic one.
Well then, let's make it even more exciting and start talking about Ronaldo with the rumor which actually started circulating in the morning itself when he asked Allegri that he doesn't want to start, he would like to be on the bench against Udinese. So that was definitely a shock move. We all were stunned with that starting lineup in that aspects, and obviously started more of a transfer talk rumor becoming more, rather than just being a speculation, becoming more of a reality that actually, since Ronaldo's contract is up next year, he is looking for a new challenge itself maybe, and even he is making something of a similar last ditch move for a big transfer, a big money move, just like Lewandowski. So probably that is the situation uh, for Ronaldo, but his agent 𝗕𝗲𝗪 and Ronaldo have still not been able to identify any target clubs where he might actually like to end up, and yet we have also not seen any offers coming up. Obviously, I think the situation with COVID, I guess nobody has the money to actually spend on a player like Ronaldo, because he also would not be going with below the asking price of 85 or 90. That's for sure. So I don't think anybody has the money to actually splash around for that. And like 𝗕𝗲𝗪 mentioned, that he actually, the only club which we've rumored or heard about is City at this stage. So I mean that's something. Yeah, City and United are the two clubs which are like linking with every possible player at this stage. So yeah, the
That's actually incorrect. For this window, we have not been linked with. We have been linked with 2-3 players, and we've got them.
I think your business is done in this
I know
transfer
that.
window.
We know that we are not going to sign any more players.
You're not signing any players, but we definitely heard.
For some reason, the players are being offered to United. I don't know what they're seeing suddenly in United.
Which players?
Maybe Lewandowski was offered.
I haven't heard any. I don't believe all these nonsense.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah, please send me a.
And I'm shocked as well as you. I don't see United as a title winner, so I don't know why these kind of players are.
Just do see the link. Just do see the link where you read the article. It should not say soccerfunny.com. It should probably be a legitimate.
No. It's a CBS report. It's a CBS
report. So I mean, yeah, let's talk about again like the speculative transfer market for Ronaldo. Do you see him moving to any other club, just like maybe Lewandowski? Not this is just a power play from him.
No, just to correct that fact here, he's not going to go for 85-90 million because he has a buyout clause which is for 28 million euros. So that's it.
Oh,
so that's all you need to do. 28 million euros and he goes away. So it's not going to be a transfer which is going to be 80 million. Nobody's going to pay Ronaldo 80 million or Juve 80 million.
Then I don't know why anybody's not activating that release clause maybe, because I would if I had the money.
Because the problem is about the wages. He's going to demand his astronomical wages. That's why Juve is also looking to offload him, and nobody can afford him at this point of time. So
that's why Aston Villa is not going for Ronaldo. Because they have the money for Grealish.
But I was going to say that during the Lewandowski question, that if the only league that he can come is probably the Premier League, and you could probably see Lewandowski playing for Leeds United or Aston Villa. You never know, because they have the money. They can spend 100 million on them. It's just about the wages. The wages is the thing that pulls the club.
Stops these big players to come
The
to
club
small
back.
teams.
You cannot sign him because they offer him so much money. Again, Ronaldo thing. I don't know where I saw. I don't know where I saw this Ronaldo thing where they said that where he said that where he said to 𝗕𝗲𝗓 that I don't want to start. I don't know if he said that. If he had said that, I really don't think he would have been on the bench as well, and he would have come and possibly scored the goal that he did. So I really don't believe those stories. I think Ronaldo's come out and said on Instagram and on social media saying that he's not moving anywhere. Rumors should stop, and people should believe on his integrity and his passion and his work ethic that he gives for every club that he signs for. So I think we should believe that, and I don't think Ronaldo does all these kind of PR things to be in social media. I think his work ethic speaks for itself. So we should believe him when he says that I'm not moving, I'm going to be with Juventus, and that's it.
I think what I heard was other conversation of the opposite side of the coin is that he said because he wanted to be absolutely fit for the Napoli game, which is something that I've been hearing, and I think he has been feeling a little bit of a weakness in his calf, and I think probably in the next game also, I think what they have before Napoli, I think people are saying that he might still be on the bench for that game as well. So that's the opposite side of the conversation of the situation.
The Napoli game is 3 weeks away, so that's a long way to go.
Oh, so I think that rumor has something.
So I mean, let's wait, and I guess let's wait and find out, because I think this, like I said before as well, that the next 9 to 10 days are going to be very, very interesting for the transfer
But
market.
just to add just one little thing, that as you mentioned, that should he be looking for a new challenge, right? Just to add before the closing statement is that if Juventus performs the way they are performing, he definitely should look for a new challenge, because this is not the Juventus that I have seen play. I mean, they're bottling everything here, there, and everything. So just wanted to add.
Yeah,
I don't really think that you're right in that way. I think Juventus were good. It's obviously the start of the season. It's not, and I think we did if someone has not heard our Juventus season preview and even the Serie A season preview, please go ahead and check that as well in our previous weeks. But I really don't think. I really think Juventus will be able to win the league easily. I think it's just a start, and it wasn't Juventus's fault today to drop points. I think it was definitely Szczesny's fault. What he did was a blunder. So I really don't think that
a lot of questions were there for Szczesny's performance.
I don't think we should be worried about Juventus not performing well. I think 𝗕𝗲𝗓's back. 𝗕𝗲𝗓's going to do wonders for the team and Ronaldo, I think. So yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean that's all we have for today, guys. Thank you Rishabh and Anshuman for joining in today and giving your valuable thoughts on the weekend roundup. So let's hopefully we'll have some exciting rumors coming around in the next week as well. So let's stay tuned for that, guys, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our videos. Follow us, follow the 𝗕𝗲𝗓𝗏 channel on the social media handles, and you can find the links in the description below. So also remember that our FPL videos come out every week on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So stay tuned for that, for all the watch list differentials and the team selections.
It is the most exciting thing that we are doing of all the things. So guys, just join us in. It is more interesting.
Absolutely. I mean, this is definitely one of the most fun seasons which we are actually having right now. So please stay tuned for that, and thank you, and good night.